I was a motivational speaker. I inspired people to live up to their fullest potential. I had gone to all the seminars I was told to go to. I had read all the books there is out there on wealth and success, but no scriptural reference. I thought to myself, something is missing. I began to embark on the 3 days of fasting and praying with my wife, seeking the face of God for clarity. On the 3rd day of that fast, something staggering happened. It was a cold winter morning, January 6, 2018. I was sitting in my living room, reading a book on grace by Joseph Prince. All of a sudden, I heard a woman screaming outside. Her voice was so loud that I thought to myself, don't ignore the cry of a woman. Lucky enough, my wife was sleeping. You ask, but why lucky? Because she is overprotective. She would say, baby, don't go out. You might get shot. Something might happen. I opened the back door. Here was this woman screaming on the other side of the building in Spanish, pointing to my rooftop. I leaned forward to see where she was pointing to. Fire had burned 3 apartment complexes and was right on my rooftop. I was going out to help this woman, thinking she was fighting. Rather, she was screaming to help me come out of a burning house. I woke up my wife. We grabbed our then 3-month-old daughter and ran out of that building. Experts said if we wasted 5 minutes in that house, we would have either died or sustained lifelong injuries. It was loving Christians who took us into their home that morning, made coffee for us, gave us clothes to put on. The good news is we got everything we lost in that fire ×3 in less than a week. Christians from every denomination, every background showed up, supported us spiritually, emotionally, and financially. It was a classic example of the story in Acts, how the disciples gathered together and each one gave of their treasures. Prior to that moment, I've heard of big billionaires that will give enormous amount of money to charity organizations, and none of this went out to foster the gospel of the kingdom, which is supposed to be preached in every corner of the earth. God began to call us into the ministry to empower Christians financially, and God inspired me to write this book, Rich Thought, Poor Thought. You might be a Christian, giving your life to Christ, born again, tongues speaking, but yet be broke. You can be a pastor, but yet there are some thoughts that can keep you broke. These loving Christians were able to give because they had. You can't give if you don't have. And in order to have, you need to have the right thoughts. This book explains in details the 3 levels of money. And Jesus operated on the highest level, which is where we all should thrive to. As the Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. This book will help open financial doors for Christians, pastors, leaders, entrepreneurs, men and women. And as this book opens those doors, because it will, remember to give thanks to the Lord, because it is He who gives you the power to produce wealth. This book came in at $26.99, but we are giving this book for free. Why? Because I didn't write this book to make money. I wrote this book to empower Christians so together we can win the world for Jesus. Click the link on this video and grab your copy right now.